Listen, when the going gets tough, the tough find a way to keep going. Listen, this is Rahima Stevens, your host of the Winner's Circle 365 podcast, where we pursue passion and we live on purpose. Listen, it is March Madness edition number 2. I am sitting here at home. It's raining in Arizona, and I'm watching. Happy Easter, by the way. Happy Easter. I'm watching basketball. It's ESPN. It's commercial, but I'm watching. The women are on right now, and I am just blown away by the level of play, execution, and just the flat out grit I'm seeing from a lot of these teams that are overcoming all kinds of obstacles. And this is the highest level of basketball that you'll play throughout the year outside of your conference tournament. And so it has been a joy to watch. I remember flashbacks of memories when I played in the Sweet 16 at Colorado with UCLA. We played Southwest Missouri State. We did not win, but I'm telling you, to be in the building under that type of spotlight, playing that level of basketball takes a lot. It takes focus, it takes fortitude, and you've got to be fearless. And so I've learned everything I've learned about being successful in life. I'm telling you, came from some scenario as an athlete. The skill set that I have obtained, the work ethic, the focus. I ain't scared of nothing and nobody. So the level of playing against some of the best players in the world make you fearless. It'll take you to another level, and you build this fortitude that you can't be broken. And you learn how to take losses. You learn how to come back from injury. You learn what it looks like to lose and to go back to the drawing board and come back again. And so I have learned so many life lessons that I think have made me a better, stronger woman, professional, and I'm thankful that I had athletics to do that. It was one of the best times of my life, playing with a group of women who we were going after one goal. We were a team, and just out there making it happen, believing in one another. And we all brought something to the table, all our gifts and talents to the table, with one goal in mind, which was to win a national championship. I never won a national championship, but I still walk away with so many great memories. I understand what teams look like and what it takes to be a team player. Now I can implement that in the workplace and through my business. And so it makes you better, stronger. And so this episode obviously is a March Madness episode, and kudos to all the young men and young women who are balling out right now. And it's exciting to watch the future of college athletics. I mean, obviously, college athletics is awesome, but the future of what's coming out of college, and everyone's not going to go pro. You're going to go and do something great, whether it be your business or working for another company, and the future is bright. We have a lot of young people, I think, going to come out and do great things. So we are embarking on quarter 2. Let's get into it. Quarter 1 ends today. This is the last day of quarter 1. When I say quarter 1, I'm not talking about a fiscal quarter. I'm talking about our goal quarter. We've set goals for the year. January, February, March is quarter 1. Last episode, we talked about stop, assess, and adjust if you need to. If you've written your goals down and you're going through your goal sheet, which you should be going through weekly, monthly, but quarterly, where are you? Are you moving forward? Are you working the plan? You wrote the plan, you planned the work, you worked the plan. Are you executing appropriately? Do you see yourself moving in the direction that you want to go into? If not, stop, assess, adjust. So that starting tomorrow, April, May, June, we're moving into quarter 2. We start to see some headway in areas that we haven't been focusing on. Many times you'll find yourself prioritizing areas over another. And that happens when you start setting your goals. So maybe you scale back your goals. Doesn't mean you're not working towards them, but maybe your goal was this high, and there's nothing wrong with that. I say always write your goals high, even to the place where they may seem unachievable. And watch yourself as you execute the plan. Watch yourself meet those expectations. But when you're doing your assessment and you're adjusting, you may need to bring it down. Like I found out that my doctoral program, when it comes to my education and my professional life, those two things have taken the priority at this moment. But I'm not going to change where I'm at in my other areas. I just need to focus more. I need to find creative ways to get. For instance, one of my goals is to read my Bible daily. And if you know me, I have an hour commute in the morning. I leave super early, around 5:30 in the morning. I get to work. I leave in the afternoon, 3 o'clock. I'm home. I got another hour commute to get home, and then I've got this doctoral program. And so I've got to figure out on that hour commute. Well, I figured out on that hour commute, I've got to get it in. I was doing Headway, which is the professional development, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch that, and I'm going to go ahead and do the Bible on tape so I can get the word in. I can get a good hour of the word in on my commute and either do it in the morning, which I believe the morning would be better for me. I need the word of God in the morning. If you know me, I need the word of God in the morning. And then on the afternoon commute, I can always do the professional development through Headway. I know you mentioned, if you go back to some of the videos I talked about, books on tape. I get all these really great books. I get 15, 20 minutes of those books, the high points of those books read to me via the app. And so I still get all of that in. Okay, so I've had to readjust some things. I had to adjust, stop, assess, adjust. So there's nothing wrong with that. It is super important for me to stay in this place that I'm in. And so I know the Word of God helps me to stay in a place where I keep things level, that I keep a sober mind, and I keep my focus. I got to keep my eyes on the prize. And this is me becoming the best version of me. You know what you need. Here's the beautiful thing. I know what I need. You know what you need. And so focusing on that, to thine own self be true. Know what it is that you need, and then put that on your goal sheet. And as you assess, make it happen for you. In this quarter two, there are some things that you're going to need to focus. I mean, there's some things that you're going to need to be aware of, and that is your focus. You're going to need to turn up your focus just a little bit in order to meet quarter two goals. If your goals are still the same as you assess or adjust, quarter two is we're going to turn it up a notch. You're going to turn your focus in. You're going to be really your precision. You're going to execute like you've never executed before in quarter two so that we can meet our halfway goal. We should be seeing some fruit from the work that we planted the seeds. We should be seeing some fruit in whatever it is that we've been doing. That means we should be seeing some progress. When I say fruit, it's progress. Progress. We should be making headway. We should be farther down the road than we were when we started back in January. That's what I mean by that. But it's going to take focus. That means sometimes we have to put blinders on. We're not able to look to the left or to the right. You know those things that distract you. You know those things that pull you away from the priorities of your life. And sometimes it's as simple as our cell phone. Sometimes it's as simple as planning. Planning, if you're a social person, planning the times when you are social instead of being pulled away just off a whim. It may take you having to stop and go, you know what? I can't make that one, or let's plan it instead of just being spontaneous. I wish that I could spend my Saturdays out and about all the time. It's not the reality. Saturdays and Sundays are the time when I can get all of my reading and writing, most of it done for the week, because I'm, again, on the road most of the time, and I'm in another city working 8 hours a day. And so, yes, you've got to figure out what works best for you. And then don't run yourself down trying to be, to connect with people during your downtime. Your downtime is when you need to take care of you. In order for you to be the best version of you, you've got to focus on you. You've got to focus on your health, your mental health, your physical health and well-being. And sometimes running around kind of just, because we um, can put us in a position where we don't want to be. Right? We miss opportunities for rest because the weekends are very short. Uh, I wish I had more time. So yeah, focus is going to be key in this quarter. The second thing is fortitude, right? We've got to find the fortitude to stay the course, to keep our eyes on the prize and stay the course, not to be moved with everything that comes our way. Don't be moved by the obstacles that present themselves. Don't be so easily rattled and emotional when things don't go your way. Take a deep breath, focus in, and focus forward. Sometimes we need to do that, right? Things come our way in our personal life and our professional life that we don't expect. Things don't always work out as you plan, but we have the choice to stay strong, to stay positive, to keep it pushing, right? Don't let people rattle you. Don't let people pull you out of who you are. Stay professional, stay positive, stay passionate, but keep it pushing, right? You don't need to be pulled away by the gossips in the office and people who want to talk about how the office is. No, no, I got a job to do. I'm here to work this contract, to get this paper, and keep it pushing. All right, that's how you stay focused, right? And then the last thing is going to help us to move forward the way we want to, seamlessly. Even though we might run over a few bumps and we might have to turn some corners, is to be fearless, right? Sometimes when we're faced with something we've never been faced before, we have this fear of what may happen. Just be fearless. Go with what you know. Trust God in the process. Stay in the moment. Don't try to get too far ahead. And be the best version of who you are. Know that you wouldn't be where you are if you weren't the best at what you do, and just keep pushing. And sometimes we're not going to have the answers. Sometimes we're not going to know what to do. But we don't have to panic and we don't have to get outside of ourselves. In those moments, we just take a deep breath and make the best decision we can. And that's being fearless. Sometimes we have to do that in the face of fear. But we don't back down and we don't relent. We keep moving forward, right? Sometimes we need to ask advice from those who may know more. If those of you who are listening to these podcasts don't have a mentor, you don't have an accountability partner, somebody in your industry, somebody